In this video, I'll show you how to create stunning textures, adding sand to your acrylic paints. And of course, I will throw in some transparent paint, acrylics, both acrylics, some stencils, some texture tools, of course the powerwax and the sand. We'll scribble a bit with the neocolors too, and then we'll create this stunning abstract painting. For this painting, I'm using this very fine sand. It's called 3D sand from Powertex. It's from the same brand as the powerwax I'm using. But you can use sand, fine bird grit, ashes, earth, really any dry material with texture. Just make sure it's clean and dry before mixing it into your paints. Since this is very thin, it doesn't give me a lot of thick textures, but that's what I need. That's what I like. It's just enough for me. But if you take thicker sand, of course, you will have thicker textures. So like I said, in this video, I'm adding cold wax to my paint. It's a water-based cold wax, which can be mixed into the acrylics to give it a very nice matte finish. It slows down the drying time and it makes it very tactile, so really great to work with. If this technique interests you, wait till the end of the video and I'll give you a promo code to my new class, Cold Wax and Acrylics, the Basics. This demo, in which I show you how to create textures with sand, powerwax and acrylics, is part of this class. So let's get started. So I'm going to mix some cold wax with some sand. And I'm going to add some of the acrylic medium. Because like I said, there's no binder in the cold wax, so I have to add some acrylic medium. Just a universal one. And I'm going to mix this together and see what happens. And the fact that you've mixed in the powerwax will give it a beautiful soft and matte finish. So I'm going to apply this with my ball scraper. These demos are just to give you some ideas, no finished paintings, but just to get you started and to get you inspired. Okay, I'm going to let this set up a bit and then I'll be back. Okay, now this is almost dry and we're going to play with some inks and some bistre, I think, and then let it dry and then go over it with cold wax and some acrylic colors. So we will start with some bistre. And I have some bistre in powder form. That would be nice. We'll just add some water. Since there's wax in it, you can see that it doesn't really absorb, but you can have some cool effects. Okay, if you like it, especially this is very nice. Might throw in some ink. Spray some water. You know, now playtime has begun. You can really see the beautiful effects. And if you think it's too much, you can just take it off with some kitchen paper. It's kind of fun. It's really, really soft. Okay, I think I'm going to let it dry. Of course, you can do this with paint, with pigments. Start immediately with the cold wax mixing with some binder and some pigments, or start with the acrylics and the cold wax. I have to wait till it's dry. If not, it will mix too much. There are really some interesting things happening, like here, here, here. It is different from the old cold wax, which was a bit more absorbent, but this looks really, really nice too. And it will just give you some ideas, some textures to work with in the next layer. I kind of like how the light is shining through. So I'm going to let it dry. Okay, this has dried. It's a bit thin, I think, so I will continue to work with the sand and the cold wax. Build up some more layers. I really like some of the effects. I'm going to do a glaze over it, just to warm it up a bit. And then we'll just play some more. So the glaze will be with a transparent color. This is again my Queen Adzo Gold. And I will do a very, very thin layer over it, maybe not everywhere. You can also take a sponge. Maybe this is a bit too thin. It's really warming up the background. And it is already a transparent color, but by adding the cold wax, it will even be more transparent. And in the end you will have this beautiful waxy finish. And now I will mix a color with some wax, some sand, and I will add some binder with it to make the mix a bit stronger, because there's no binder in the wax. Now I think I'm going to play a little bit more with this color. This will make it opaque, because this is an opaque color. So I'm going to first add a bit of sand, not too much. Not more than 50% sand and 50% wax. And I really like how this is shining through. And you see that this is opaque, but the wax makes it a bit more transparent. And a bit more same for texture. So there's a difference again by just dragging it over the surface. And like here, keeping your touch light, it creates beautiful textures. I'll mix some more paint and then maybe some darks. So here I mixed my colors again with the wax and the sands. You don't have to add the acrylic binder because there's already a binder in the acrylic paint. So no need to do this, but when you work with acrylic ink, for example, or with pigments, powders, then it's better to add a bit of the binder to make the mix stronger. So this is the acrylic ink. And I will mix in some binder, some sand, of course you can just take some dark paint too. And some darks. Oh, that's nice. And of course you can add more sand to the first layer, but I always prefer to do many layers which are a bit thinner than just one thick layer. I love how all the textures shine through in all the colors. And while it's still wet, you can just draw. Make some lines. Let's see if I can print some round objects. It's a bit too thin, maybe. Maybe the smaller one. It's just the cap of a bottle. And if you feel that your colors are mixing too much, just let it dry. It will dry quite fast with the sand and the binder in it. See what happens if we add some ink. You can always gray back if you have lost a bit of the background. I will just let this set up. I really like where this is going. I will just let this dry, so I like this line, and then I will just continue playing a bit. Okay, I've let this dry. It took about, I don't know, half an hour, maybe a bit more. It's not dry everywhere, but you know, you can just work on it. The only thing is that I wanted to scribble with my nail colors, but it's still too wet. So there you really have to wait till it's dry. If not, you will dig into the paint. So we're not going to do that, we'll do that later. And like I said, it's just a play of color. You know, you don't have to think about a subject. If you want to put in a subject, you can keep it abstract. It's really about giving you ideas what to do, how to build up a painting. For me, this is quite thin. I need some more layers because you still see the canvas shining through, but I absolutely love this part. So that will be difficult not to cover up. I will add some stencil, this organic stencil, so I'll put some of this here. I don't want it to stand out too much. And I might do some here with maybe a mix of this and all this mix. Not too light. You can hear that there's still a bit of sand in the mix, which gives you a bit more texture. And the advantage of this water-based cold wax is that you can clean your stencils with water. I'm thinking of adding a tiny bit of this yellow bister, just to see what happens. That you don't have to buy all these products, it's just play with whatever you have. That's the most important. Even though I know we're all art supply hoarders, well, this doesn't do much. It doesn't do really a lot. Well, even though it didn't really did something on the wax, you can see if you mix it with a bit of paint, then you get really nice effects. So that's the idea of trying out, you know, you learn as you go. I'd love to do some black scribbles, but I will wait till it's dry. I'll probably leave it as it is because I kind of like it. You know, there are darks, there are lights, there are thin parts, there are thick parts. So this would for me be a very good start to add a subject, or leave it as it is, as an abstract painting. I prefer it this way. Yes. I hope that this video gave you new ideas for adding texture to your acrylic paintings. If you want to dive deeper into using cold wax with acrylics, check out my class Cold Wax and Acrylics, the Basics, and use the code Acrylic15 for a special discount. I'll put the link in the description, and let me know in the comments what you think of the video. And if you love exploring new painting techniques, make sure to subscribe. I have lots more videos coming your way. So see you in the next one, and bye for now.